about to bring you men's semifinal action. Portland Rhino, DC Truck Stop. We already got to watch Truck Stop on the stream once. Rhino, kind of a wild path to get here. And saw Salzman in an isolation set, couldn't get it done. Boxley will come around the back and then find Salzman with a front cone, hit off his hands. He's inbounds, but not in the end zone.
Are they still going to try and force it to this corner?
They might. They have the space to right now, but Norbaum and Pryor will move them closer to midfield. They had Joe Richards going to the far side. Coney wasn't there, and Salzman with the comeback and cut, beating his man to the far side. So Truck Stop get the early hold despite some sloppiness. Two extremely athletic players.
That bobble there.
Yeah, Sealand might have got a touch on that. And long inside from Rafi Hayes, and all the way around to the far side is Rhino. And they're taking a shot early, going to the end zone. This one is perfectly placed. Felix Morin, no issues.
Oh, all kinds of space.
Right. Back to Truck Stop. Salzman to get it going. Wanting it all and going for it. Tyler Monroe bursting into the end zone and then slowing down to make exactly the right play. Holding off his defender and then a through the leg spike. Something we didn't really get to see too much in the game we filmed against Revival. Scyther, we're going to keep that one alive, and he will. Half bid. And now Hayes. Eli Friedman, first touch for him. This time Hess on that matchup. And the back line works out. So Felix Morin again on the stat sheet, adding a goal to his assist. So far, 4 clean holds. And it's on tape delay for the Alter Road subscribers, but you can see just some unbelievable Leandro Marks pulls in that game.
And the big rip.
Yeah, looking for Joe Richards, fighting with Sealand in the air. Two guys we're probably going to see a lot of, and Sealand getting the better of him, even though when Richards initiated contact, Sealand fought through it. Leandro Marks and Owen Murphy in the backfield. Murphy had power, but Castine taking away the deep look downfield. And now Murphy going for it. Daniel Lee back there, but Nate Pryor has better position, and 2 defenders did enough. So Tyler Monroe clapping his hands in excitement after he got that block. And
I've been talking with other players, other coaches, other personnel about. Go ahead.
Castine hammer and caught by Joe Richards. So
not a bad mentality for a defensive team to have on offense.
Just as you say that, Cranston wanting it all.
The look.
Humes is back there and Brad Scott. And then Humes caught it, but Brad Scott was on the ground, so he couldn't have him in the end zone, and Case Humes will take the early timeout. So
do you like that timeout call?
I think so. I think it's low stall.
So trying to create lots of space here.
Yeah.
But having to reset backwards a little bit.
Fitzgerald inside, finds Musa John in the end zone. So
but there's the inside lane.
Right, break coming for Truck, a lane that they really hit ad nauseum yesterday. I think orange is a nice accent color. Eli Friedman, he wants Leandro Marks. There was really no separation and a defender on the backside. That's Cranston, and Cranston does enough to make sure that's a turnover. So another break chance. That one kept in. And then foot blocked / hand blocked. Cranston and Holland seem like they both got a piece of that. Oh, Wood changing the angle of his cut to get open. Sneaking into the red zone. He'll drop a hammer, but it's kind of hanging too far. And Rafi Hayes making sure Vestig has no play on that. Have a conversation about it. Observer Sam Shapiro stepping in there. Friedman again, and that Hess got a piece of it. So a hand block from Truck Stop, their second of the point. Thaw. Fitzgerald bursting up line, didn't want him. Woods around, and was he in? No move from the observer. Verstig's toe, not successful. And back in the hands of Fitzgerald, motioning cross field. He'll throw a blade, and it works out. So it is Kevin Verstig, and it is a break, and it is Truck Stop, and it is 5-2. Everything through Cy there. Someone that just really adds a lot of confidence to this line. As we see Morin again in front of us.
Good job finding the middle there.
Quick disc movement will get Hayes into the red zone, and a floaty throw. One Truck Stop player had a beat on it. That was Brad Scott, but in the end, really no doubt, Nick Jackson making sure in the end zone. Maybe a tirade for another time. Pryor all the way around. He'll get extra yards out of that throw, and now that'll give him to Salzman, who's fake made Sweeney fall over. And now Joe Richards taking a shot, looking for Boxley in the end zone. Wow.
Hanging just long enough.
Dime ball. First-year club player.
Streaking deep, but no
Texas. Look. Scuba from Scyther finds Friedman, a seeing eye throw. And former Callahan Award winner with an unmarked player in the middle, but DC defender tried to account for that and ended up in the middle, and a little contact from Case Humes, but a goal either way. Sam Franner in the end zone, his second.
No one wants to.
No matter where it hits, they're going to get an extra 2 or 3 yards just from the roll itself. Salzman stepping out. He was going to throw it. Monroe looking at the sideline before finding the disc, able to manage and manipulate both. So now literally on the goal line, who resets for Christian Johnson, and then Christian Boxley in the end zone, so the number of neighbors connect. And truck stop get within 1 at halftime. They're trying to force them to throw towards that wing sideline. Let that get pushed across the field. Duncan Fitzgerald, high hands, but not high enough. And a blading flick to the end zone for Hayes. Felix Morin dealing this half. Rhino player surging down. Pryor finds Castine, and a layout block!
Oh, that's massive.
Ian Sweeney.
No contact called, so it will stay with Rhino.
And he sticks the tongue out. Wow. He might have just saved this half for the men from Portland. And up the line is Leandro Marks from Chris Strub. And Rhino very much alive and very much back in this game. Salzman on his toes, quite literally. And you can just hear the intensity from the sideline as a long gainer finds Pryor up line. Sometimes those are hospital passes, but that one worked out. There was no one deeper. And then Monroe will find Boxley again in the end zone. So there it is. Truck go into half up by 2, but it feels like things are starting to swing towards Rhino. Back in 2019 when it looks like USC was poised for a run alongside Sam Cook.
Yeah, Friedman on the ground there for a little bit, but able to recover his footing.
Yeah, and floating a nice reset out to Seither, who snaps this one, looking for Paul, who went down.
He's so open. Was there? No call, no pick?
No pick, and a little kip up to get up afterwards. Christian Johnson to get things started. Had one going, that was Joe Richards, but Sweeney's post prevents that throw, and this is a high break. Contested and caught by Sweeney, his second block, and he'll deal into the end zone.
And that's a break.
A break for Rhino to get this one back tied.
The truck stop knocking on the door of the end zone right here.
And coming back for that was Norbaum. Fake the scuba, seen that from him in the AUDL this summer. And Castine, just the counter cut, will get open on the near side. Hayes and Cranston again matched up. And this one to the far side, and one more will get it to Wyatt Paul.
Rhino just effortlessly breaking here.
Yeah, really getting whatever they want. And Rafi Hayes will flip that into the end zone real quick. Jacques Nissa now filtering back into that handler set. And it's Salzman with a high break. He'll find Wodach. Monroe against Marks. Offhand flip. Salzman into the end zone, looking for Jacques Nissen. Ooh, there's a moment where I wasn't sure if he was going to come down with that, but of course he does. Rhino Marks perhaps getting wise that that's been DC's primary option from a dead disc so far this game. Smith up line. Oh, Fitzgerald almost. Seither gets through. And another throw into the end zone for Rafi Hayes. So after all that, bookends for number 17, and Rhino pulls back level. There's a discussion here about, it seems like a foul between Lee and Salzman. Tap this back in, but back to the point, in my mind, right, Sweeney's someone that I think spends a lot of time guarding handlers. That was really awkward, I didn't know.
Yeah, interesting choice by Rhino there to set a standard vertical stack. They were able to get the disc off the line, but at a cost. Seither going for it, he's got Hayes. That one tracking towards the left sideline. Will it stay in bounds? It will! Rafi Hayes in the end zone, unbelievable catch. Monroe fighting through the pressure. Now Leandro Marks getting that matchup, so coaching deciding that Sweeney wasn't fit, or wasn't the guy they wanted, or at least that Sweeney could be more helpful elsewhere. Sealand, he's got Wodach. And now Johnson, a floater, will find Jacques Nissen in the end zone. So despite the pressure, despite having their top 7 defenders out there, DC hold, and sideline starting to fill in here as we get towards the conclusion of this men's semifinal. That disc touched, and oh, the observer saying he did touch it. Oh, bad we'll be going communication back from Sam Shapiro. Honestly, that's on the observer. I mean, he could have started that disc earlier, but he let Trevor Smith walk it all the way up before telling him that it was touched. If this is a turnover, I fault this to the orange. And that bobbled, and it is a turn. Cody Wood to get this started immediately. Friedland bumping on the mark. This one across the face of the goal line.
There's Hess right in the middle. Fitzgerald was there for a moment, but a long throw
all alone.
find. Yeah. Brad Scott, UMBC grad in the end zone after towering pull from Cody Wood. And a long break, Cranston roving, but deciding to pull up in any type of bid effort. Sider will find Leandro Marks. Troy Holland in his pocket. And now Marks taking a shot of his own. Rafi Hayes back there. So is Brad Scott. And if it's in bounds, you know Hayes has got a chance at it. Caught and a goal.
I think the toe is in. And it's in.
Wow. High throw. Wobble. And the fake from Wodach leaves Seal on the ground. And now there's Christian Johnson within 10 yards. His throw to the end zone and dropped.
And a huge opportunity for Rhino here.
A chance for Rhino to bring this game level.
And just looking a little gassed, not looking like they're ready to attack.
Rhino sideline being aided by everyone on Schwa. And Tyler Mondeau taking responsibility there.
Yeah, very close catch, I think, deferring to the observer.
I can feel my heart rate starting to rise a bit. Seems Leandro Marks incredulous. And he's going to get a card for that.
Yeah, very impassioned right now. A lot on the line.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no angle here.
I really
Shadow.
can't tell. Oh, that's so close. So that disc back in the hands, Truck, but that doesn't really mean much. Wodach saw lane, but didn't want it. That was Pryor. Salzman now using a fake to open up a break. That one high, caught by Wodach with two hands. A break of his own will find Norbaum. Norbaum around into the end zone for Christian Johnson. So that is game. 14-12. Truck stop advanced to the finals. Two teams I don't think people predicted to see in the semis.